A certain legendary meta DPS pick is leaving the loot pool next season, and this could pave the way for machine guns to take the top spot. F***ing hell, you're talking about machine guns again, Truds, for f***'s sake. Yes, too right we are. Machine guns are incredibly slept on, and despite the fact that you'll be actively throwing in any DPS scenario, there's just something incredibly special about the returning King's Fall raid machine gun that nobody is talking about. So why does this weapon specifically work so well? Well, it's because the total damage output of 3.1 million isn't actually that shabby, and it technically beats out a lot of the current popular options like linear fusions, which in maxed out scenarios will only hit for around 2.4 million total damage. However, it's all down to the time, place and circumstance, and clearly machine guns aren't meta because they just take too damn long to blow their load. But in all honesty, Qullims Terminus may actually sneak into a potential meta just on the fact that it's a stasis power weapon. This means that it can and will take advantage of the highly formidable Supreme Wellmaker mod for any DPS phase. Given that you only need one buff and debuff in a damage phase, if you run a stasis subclass and either your fireteam member running Warlock or Tether use this mod, or even yourself if you're running a Revenant Hunter, you'll be able to instantly generate a bunch of stasis elemental wells, which can then trigger the 25% damage boost from the Font of Might. These all stack to effectively double the damage output of a single shot from 5,000 to over 10,000 without too much thought. Qullims Terminus is also craftable, and you can farm it from the loot cache at the end of the King's Fall raid, including red borders once per week. I obviously haven't because I'm an idiot, so don't make the same mistake as me by instead farming a Godroll PvP fusion rifle that you'll never use. Ultimately, it means that you can work towards crafting this endgame Godroll high impact machine gun instead of relying on RNG. Certain enhanced perks are going to help the feel of this machine gun, but first up, you can't look past the origin trait. Run of Over will overflow the magazine by 10% per ally nearby to a maximum of 5 stacks. This means you can easily get over 70 rounds, and if you're using the seasonal bottomless bounty mod, you'll get over 90 rounds, putting it on par ammo wise with the rapid fire machine guns and boosting its DPS in the process. This trait alone makes it ideal for damage phases where more often than not you're near allies for an extended period of time. Fortunately, it doesn't have a huge perk pool, so farming a non-crafted version just playing the raid will hopefully pay off for you quickly. As with most spray and play weapons, Arrowhead Break will make it super easy to handle and deal with flinch under sustained fire, and I reckon that Tactical Mag is the best option to not only boost the magazine size but also the reload speed. And it's the reload speed that you really want to lean into here, especially with a reload masterwork, as it's going to allow you to max out the benefit of the overflowed magazine in order to maintain that high damage output, which is crucial on this machine gun. Ensemble is a perk you'd never thought anybody would recommend ever to anybody, but here we are, as it's actually S tier on Qullims Terminus. The beauty is you only need to be near one ally to trigger it, and it gives an excellent boost to the handling, meaning that you can aim down sights quicker, but it's the huge reload speed boost it offers as the main draw. The enhanced version will only increase this effect even further and is a must have in my opinion if you're keen on crafting it. Teamwork makes the dream work on any good weapon, and the main perk you need to be chasing is a must have perk on a number of top endgame weapons right now, and it's definitely no different here. Firing line is where it's at, and it's this perk that bumps this stasis weapon up to endgame potential. Offering a sweet 20% damage boost when near to 2 or more allies, it can be active near on permanently in any fireteam activity. The beauty is that you don't even need the enhanced perk, as it'll only negate damage fall off at max range. This knocks it to over 12,000 per shot on a boss and hits that magic total damage number of 3.1 million. Now if you want the perfect exotic weapon to pair with it this season, ideal for a backrest build, this one is definitely the best one out there that you can get.